Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And the title of this video is Ice is Moving Too Slow? So that's a question. And it comes from a place of frustration from some Black Americans. In the video I'm about to show you, a Black American worker who is frustrated is recounting a story about another Black American worker sharing his experience with working with certain immigrants from the Ethiopian and the Somali community. So I'm going to let you listen to the video and you can hear for yourself what the problem is.
When I tell you the Ethiopians and the Somalians did not fuck with Black people at all, when I tell you, oh, speaking of this, and this is what pisses me off more than anything. So my friend, he works at a shipping yard, and he's been there, I think, for around 13, 14 years. Good rapport, wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, bless his heart, because I'm not doing that shit. Wakes up at 3 a.m. in the morning, got good rapport with his white managers and white bosses and stuff. You want to know who tells on him and all the Black people? The Ethiopians and Somalians. And he says not only did they tell on him, he said it got so bad that that Black people that were working there and some Mexicans, they just up and quit and left, or they got fired. Guess who comes in? Somalian family members. My slogan this whole entire this year and next year, ICE ain't moving fast enough. Trump, you're not moving fast enough. Get they asses up out of here. The time for unity has ended. ICE ain't moving fast enough. Y'all start seeing these motherfuckers getting dragged up out of here, walk on by. Just like Dionne Warwick says, move on. We're not playing those games with motherfuckers no more. I am so sick and tired. And what bothered me is that my friend, he's a strong Black man. He has a whole, family, a wife. He was on the phone almost in tears. A man that's been doing his job for 13 years because some bony ass Somalians and Ethiopians want to bring their asses up here off the backs of Black people with the Immigration Reform Act and Civil Rights Act and talk shit to people. Trump, ICE, y'all not moving fast enough. Get into Minnesota's a prime example, the Twin Cities. Get in there and start putting their asses in on those planes or ships or however you got shipping people out. Get them up out of here. I'm over it now. I'm tired of it. They don't want you. I'm a Republican for 25 years. You could take your 25-year ass right back over there to Somalia while they over there have feed the children and you got flies on your fucking eyes. Go be a Republican over there. We finish over there.
Now you can hear the frustration in his voice. So there are cultural differences between Black Americans and Africans, whether they're East Africans or West Africans. There are cultural differences, but there should be guidelines and protocol on jobs, and everybody should be required to follow those protocols. And the way I learned to do things on my job before I retired is that anything that came up on my job that I thought was inappropriate, or if anybody was targeting me in any way, which I didn't really have that problem, but problems do come up on a job, you document. He's saying that his friend said the people were doing a lot of tattling. Well, the way you deal with a tattletale is that you document what they do too. But the first thing is you never give a tattletale anything to report, because people who run to management, they thrive on you slipping up, not doing something you're supposed to do or making casual comments. People have gotten fired from jobs because some man made an inappropriate comment about a woman and somebody ran back and told it. So they thrive on stuff like that. you get frustrated and you say something or you do something out of frustration, anything that they can twist around, that's what they're going to run and tell management. So you tighten up your own boundaries, keep your conversation neutral, avoid venting or showing any kind of anger or frustration around a tattletale. You just stay clean and do your job. And so when they don't have anything to carry, they lose their leverage. So you really have to stay on top of your game when you know you're dealing with a tattletale. And be your own best friend on your job. Document what they do, but also document what you do. Tattletales rely on a narrative, something they can make up and tell on you, but you need to document the facts. If it's a situation where you can document your work, keep your emails, keep up with your emails, anything that's sent to you in writing, timestamps, any kind of task list that you had to complete, and have a receipt of when you completed what you were supposed to do. If you got your own documentation, when somebody tries to misrepresent you, you have your own paper trail. And that will speak louder than anything that they say. And another thing you can do on your job is to strengthen your relationship with management. And I don't mean in a fake way, but in a competence way. When your supervisor knows that you're reliable, you communicate clearly, you handle your business, a tattletale's report starts sounding like what it is, somebody tattling. Managers eventually learn who the real problem is anyway. Nobody likes a tattletale. Children don't like them, teachers don't like them, bosses don't like them, other people that deal with them don't like them. Nobody likes a tattletale. So you strengthen your relationship with your management. And if you know that people are going back tattling on you so you can get fired or that you'll quit, be honest with management and say, I believe these people are tattling on me because they want me to get fired or they want me to quit. So their family members and friends can be hired on this job. I would just be honest about it. Now, here comes the bottom line. Why are grown people tattling on a job? Well, out of insecurity. So he's talking about immigrants. So they're insecure just by the mere fact that they're immigrants means that there is some level of insecurity. Their fear of being outperformed. This guy says his friend had been working on that job for 13 years. He knows that job. So these people are afraid that this guy who's been here for 13 years, who is an American citizen, is going to outperform them. So they're going to run to the white man that they see as being the authority. And they come from, Jason Black said they come from backstabbing cultures. So it's not even personal to the black man to a certain extent. A tattletale is always trying to control the environment. So I'm going to run to the person in authority and tattle on this other person. But it's just like somebody trying to be the teacher's pet. It's about trying to control the classroom, trying to control the work environment. And I think it all comes back down to insecurity. People just not being secure within themselves. So they're trying to get a leg up on you by tattling to the boss. But I think that in these situations where we have immigrants working on the job, I do think that you have to take into consideration the cultural differences between them and us. And when we're on a job and been on a job for a long time, we feel like how we do things is the way they should be done. Somebody else coming into that environment just might be insecure because you are sure about what you're doing. So, that can trigger something in another person too. So this guy in the video is saying that ICE is not moving fast enough for him. He wants ICE to deport all of them. That's kind of an extreme measure. That is an extreme measure because some of them might be American citizens. But I think on your job, you have to learn how to protect yourself because even if they're not immigrants, there are people who keep up mess on the job. You have to protect yourself on the job, whether there are immigrants there or not, because sometimes people want the job that you have, or sometimes people just don't like you and they want you to be fired. So there's messy people on the job, no matter where you are. And they don't have to be any immigrants in sight and people be keeping up mess on a job. So you do have to learn how to protect yourself, protect your peace, and protect your work environment. Because you can't just jump up and quit your job just because somebody comes on that job that you don't like. Well, anyway, y'all, let me know what you think about this video. Thank you for listening and have a good evening.